now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Recently, the GOAT Cole Bennett dropped his debut album. So I don't know if I'm assuming he executive produced it, pretty much like on some DJ Khaled type shit.
Yeah.
He's been working on this for a while now. He announced it like last year or something like that. Um, and it's pretty much it's 13 tracks, 14 tracks of pretty much a compilation of different artists that he's worked with in the past. Um, so yeah, I wasn't really, I didn't know what to expect because the first song that dropped, it dropped almost like a couple months ago, like in the summertime of last year. It was Doomsday with Juice WRLD and Cordae. That was the first one that dropped, and I heard that and I was like, okay, this is fine. So, but then I guess he wanted to wait until 2024 to release it, which makes sense because there's not really a lot of music dropping like this in the top of the year, pretty much. So yeah, I've been watching Cole Bennett for years now. I remember he pretty much blew up because he was doing music videos with Famous Dex back in the day. That was the first artist that he was like really like recording with that he blew up with. And this is the era when Famous Dex is blowing up, so like they pretty much tick off together, you know what I mean? Which is pretty hard. I'm pretty sure he's from Chicago as well, so that makes sense as well. Yeah, watching him for a while, he's always been like crazy when it comes to like directing videos and editing. So I was kind of surprised that he would do something like this, but it also makes sense at the same time because he's also put on a lot of artists. Like he pretty much put on Lil Tecca. He pretty much put on like a lot of artists, like Ski Mask's first music video he did. Let me see who else has he done. Obviously Juice WRLD. Like a lot of these artists that are on this project, like he did like their first big budget music video, so it was cool that he was able to do something like this. But yeah, so the 14 tracks, it's called All Is Yellow. What'd you think about it, man?
Oh, I actually liked it. I liked the album. I thought it was pretty good. It's funny how you said the first song you heard of. Which one was it?
Doomsday.
Doomsday. So the first one I heard of was the last song with Jack Harlow. I
Oh,
seen that, but I didn't even know that was even a part of the album. I just thought it was Jack Harlow's own shit that he's about to come out with an album or something like that. But I never made that connection. Um, I think the album was pretty good, solid album. You were seeing some mixes in there that I wasn't expecting to see. Like I wasn't expecting to see like Lotto, Sway Lee, and I never know how to say this nigga's name. It's like anime. I don't know how to say it.
Amine.
Amine to have a track together. I never expected them to have a track together, and I never expected Kid Cudi and Lil Durk to have a song together.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I was like, what? Um, the songs. Should I talk about the songs that stood out to me first, or?
Yeah, I guess you could we'll just do like favorite tracks and then we'll get straight to it. Just be like what we rate it right after. You know what I mean? We can't really go through every single track. It's just like we might as well just say our
Yeah.
favorites. So yeah, just go through and just say your favorites or whatever.
So I would say my favorite track was "Say Your Grace" with Chief Keef and Lil Yachty. I don't know. There's something about Yachty, bro, that like he just has an ill ass style, bro. Like he really transformed as an artist. I feel like every time when I hear him, I'm like, wow, this doesn't sound like the old Lil Yachty that I used to hear. Like he sounds like he's really trying to change his sound. Um, and then Chief was on there. I mean, Chief was doing a good job. I'm not saying he's doing a bad job. There was a lot like there was like a period where Chief was kind of like being like his music wasn't that good anymore for some reason for me. But in that song, he sounded pretty good. He sounded actually pretty solid in it. And I really like Lil Yachty's part in that song a lot. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the melodic sound I like, and I feel like he just has a unique like flow. I can't really explain it, but it's a good song. That's my favorite song in the whole album. The second one I would have to go with. Let's see. I would have to go with the Dirk song,
Mm-hmm.
Dirk and Cuddy song. I really like that one too. I think Dirk did his thing on there, and then Cuddy with his little humming, and it just went well with each other. I wasn't expecting to ever see those two, or I never even thought of those two coming out with a track and it being good. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, also to double back on what you said about Yanni, I feel like his like his style changed once Poland, the Walk to Poland came out. I think he kind of found like a lane for himself because ever since then, he dropped Strike, he dropped like a couple songs that pretty much continue into that lane. I feel like he should definitely keep going that way. But I feel like he's been on a upward strike like so far, like on his upward like momentum with his just skill and sound and voice versus back in the day it was kind of iffy for people to get onto it. Like it just sounded more like childish. Now it sounds a little bit more mature, which makes sense, because he's older now, so it makes sense. But yeah,
Mhm.
continue what you're saying.
Yeah, and then the third one I would have to say is I have to go with Doomsday. I like Doomsday a lot. Thought it was pretty cool. Hearing Juice World's voice again, spitting, man, and it just made me think like, man, if he was still alive, he would have some crazy ass shit out right now. And I just miss that motherfucker, bro. To be honest,
Yeah.
I really do.
Um, for me, yeah, going through this album, I really enjoy. I would say there was probably only like out of the 14 songs, I would say there was probably only like three I didn't like. You know what I mean? But like I overall thought all of them were good. I just thought three that like I don't really like this one. Like you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
but for me, uh, I like the first track because
Mhm.
my guy's on there. You feel me?
Yeah.
But the overall song is solid. It's a good beginning, like you know what I mean. But I don't know how well that first song was like a replayable song. You know what I mean? But I think it was definitely a good start. And then, like you said, "Guitar in My Room" is one of the best songs on there. I think
Mhm.
Dirk and Cuddy have like really good chemistry together. Um, and
Yeah.
like you said, right after that is "Say Your Grace," fire song. Chief, I feel like I agree with what you're saying when it says like his music wasn't hitting the same like it used to, but I think it's definitely I think it's more his music versus like him rapping. Like him rapping is always sounds good to me, like you know what I mean. But I think it's specifically like the music he was putting out wasn't hitting as hard as it used to be. But I still think obviously it's
Yeah.
Chief Keef, he's good and he's hard. And like I said, Yanni went hard on that shit too. I really like "This Is My Life" with Tekka. I feel like Tekka and Kid Leroy, they really sound good together. They have really good chemistry. I feel like Lil Sky's kind of ruined it at the end. That's just me personally. But but also I understand because I think I heard I think I watched like an interview or something. Lil Sky's pretty much said like he pretty much stopped rapping. Like he took a break from rapping to like raise his kid or whatever. So I could see like
Yeah, he was Ghost for a minute, bro. Like I
yeah.
was surprised when I seen him on that. I was like, "What, Little
Yeah,
Skies? He's been
so
Ghost for."
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs on this track is "First Night" with Tizo Touchdown, Juicy J, my nigga Cochise, Denzel Curry, and Lil B. That song was
You like that?
hard,
One?
huh?
You like First Night?
Yeah, I fuck with "First Night."
I didn't like it.
I
That's
think
crazy.
I don't know. I think the beginning was iffy. Tizo's beginning, like I could sing. I was like, but once it started going, I was fucking with that shit. Like once the beat started dropping and Cochise and Juicy J started rapping, I was like, alright, I fuck with this. But Tizo Touchdown, he's a unique artist when it comes to his sound. I think He's the dude with the fucking the pins in his hair. Like he just walks around. He's mad. He's a strange guy. Like he's very talented, but I think at the same time, he does a lot that makes it come off like I don't really think I'm gonna fuck with this nigga. Like he's very strange. Like you know what I mean. But he's obviously talented. Like clearly. Like I think Drake shouted him out. Like he's clearly a talented guy. But I just feel like I don't know if I would have put him on that song specifically. I do think he brought down the song a little bit. One of the songs I didn't like.
Little beat.
Yeah, he was the one speaking at the end, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, what? I don't remember that.
yeah. And obviously I fucked the Doomsday, Corday, Juice WRLD spitting. I watched the music video and then I saw that they made that song a while ago, which is hard. The fact that it's on an Eminem beat and then Eminem came on the part two, started rapping. I'm not gonna lie, Doomsday Part Two is probably one of the worst songs on this project, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just because the beat was fire, obviously the beat was fire, but I think the entire song, like he's roasting Benzino. You know who Benzino is?
Yeah, of course, father. Yeah.
He's like pretty much he's an old school rapper. Him and Benzino been like beefing for years now, but it's like it just felt like corny to me. Like you know what I mean? I just felt like, bro, you could be rapping about anything right now. Like you know what I mean? And I just felt a little corny to me. Like
There's
personally.
a thing about him, like he's really good at rapping, but like it's to the point where like he's like I feel like when I hear him, he sounds like he's like experimenting on what rhymes go together. It doesn't really sound like it's like music anymore.
Yeah.
This sounds like he's just rhyming just to see what he can rhyme with.
Yeah.
That's how it feels like to me when I hear him. And I love him. I'm not trying to disrespect him, but that's what it sounds like. And he's nasty.
He's obviously a GOAT. Like it's one of those situations like he's a GOAT, but I just felt like I do high key felt like they just put him on this just because it's Eminem. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But one of my I think my favorite song might be Fallout with Gus, Lil Yachty, and Joey Badass. Something about that tone and like the way Gus was singing. I never heard of Gus before. You know what I mean? So the
I
way
heard
he
him.
was singing on that show, I was just like, yo, this really is a vibe. Like I really fucking this shit heavy. And then Yachty, the way he came in, I was like, okay. And then I wasn't expecting Joey Badass to kind of like float on it. Now you just expect Joey to start spitting, but he was kind of just floating on it, and I was like, oh shit, this is fire. So I would say Fallout is definitely one of my favorite songs on it. And other than that, it would probably be Equilibrium with Babytron and Turbo. That's a combination I wouldn't have expected to work, but it worked. So I gotta give that. But yeah, like I said, overall, out of the 14 tracks, it's kind of like only like 3 of them I didn't really like. So like I feel like that's a solid, like you feel me, that's a solid project. And another thing on top of it that I really enjoyed, I feel like they're unlike a lot of projects, this one definitely felt like it had a vibe to it, like a theme. Like when I think of just like Cole Bennett and the music that he listens to, well the music that the people that he puts on and shit, you would expect some hard trap beats or something like that, and it felt like this whole thing was just vibey. Like you just listen to, like, it's very slow and soft, which I gotta give it to him. Like it all felt somewhat consistent, except for Doomsday Part 2. Definitely felt like threw me off a little bit. But I feel like the whole project felt consistent, and I feel like that's rare nowadays. You know what I mean? Like even big artists like Drake and shit, like his projects don't be feeling consistent. You feel me when it comes to all the tracks, but I feel like this project specifically felt consistent to the theme whatever theme that Cole Bennett was trying to make. I feel like he accomplished that. Like you know what I mean? And I also think I give him props for putting some certain people where they like placing certain people on songs like that you wouldn't expect. So I gotta give him props for that as well.
Yeah, I would definitely say Hummingbird and Equilibrium, and then Fallout are those songs that like I feel like he put the artist in uncomfortable like positions like out of their like comfort zone,
Yeah.
and they were able to pull it off.
Mm.
And yo, I ain't gonna lie, Hummingbird made me think about listening to Shy Baby again. I'm like, oh shit,
Nah,
I
I
haven't
haven't
heard
heard
that nigga.
South Baby in years.
I haven't heard him in a long time.
But his
Honestly, the only art,
what? Okay, continue.
the only artist I don't know about on here is Tizo and Dave. Those are
You've
the
heard of
only.
Gus
And
before?
yeah, I heard of Gus. He showed up on my YouTube music before. There was a song I heard. It's pretty good. He's actually a pretty good artist.
Yeah. But yeah, I knew about Dave. I know he's like a UK rapper, whatever. But
Bro,
um,
I don't know, bro. I feel like he kind of fucked up the song. That's just me though.
I
Like I
think
love the
this.
song. I love the song, but I don't know. I feel like his flow is like it was kind of weird for me. But I think it's because it's a UK sound I was not used to like that. But I listen to UK music, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think there were. It's kind of like the beginning of the project was good, and then like the middle kind of slowed down, and then the end kind of was like it kind of went up and down, pretty much like a roller coaster. How I was listening to it, like some songs I really liked and some songs were like iffy, but overall I think the project is still a solid project.
So,
Yeah,
so
what would you rate it? Pretty much 1 out of 10, if you can.
I would rate this like a 7. But what songs did you hate?
Songs
What
that
songs did you dislike?
I didn't like. I said I didn't hate any songs. I think the songs that I didn't really like, I would say special. I wasn't really feeling it. It just felt like
I was about to say,
with the fish. I wasn't really feeling that one either.
yeah,
Like I said, Doomsday Part 2 wasn't feeling that. Hello There was okay. I feel like it was good in the beginning and then it just kind of dragged on. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Like the rest of it was really good. I liked. So I would say, yeah, those songs.
So the one that I disliked the most was with the fish.
Yeah, with the fish
That
was
one
good.
I did not like that one at all. And then I didn't like Doomsday Part 2.
I didn't like
And I
that.
didn't like special. And I didn't like First Night because I don't know. It just sounded cheesy to me. Like no 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 First Night. I don't know. I just didn't roll with it.
No,
I
I
like
hear you. I
Denzel
mean,
Curtis part, though.
the sound definitely. I think it was pushing more towards Juicy J's vibe, and then the rest of the
Yeah,
people were just on his timing, versus them trying to collab all the artists together. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I do think like if they just cut the beginning out, I feel like the song would have been better. That's just me personally. I just feel like if it stuck to that vibe, that bouncy vibe, it would have been more unique because that bouncy vibe is not on any other song. You know what I mean? So
and I'm just not like a Juicy J fan. Like, I don't really like Juicy J's music.
yeah, that's fair. I mean,
That's
that's
just,
to each his own, you know. But yeah, so you said 7. I
yeah.
I would say probably 7.5 for me personally. 7.5. Yeah, I
Mhm.
really liked it. I also think watching the music videos like helps conceptualize what he was trying to portray. If I think it's like some type of carnival going on. Like if you watch all the music videos, they all have like black suits and yellow ties, and like there's like this yellow carnival behind them, and it's like I guess they're all just playing at a carnival or something. I don't know, some circus or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it. There's a couple songs that I'll definitely have on replay, me personally. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got on that. It was definitely a good album. If you haven't listened to it, I definitely recommend it. There's vibes for everybody. You know what I mean?
I miss those like music videos that were kind of interesting to watch. Like I feel like I don't even watch music videos anymore because I feel like they just be weird and boring. But I like the Doomsday music video. I thought that was pretty fire.
Yeah, I think
So I hope.
I think that's the thing about Cole Bennett. All his music videos are good. You know what I mean? So that's
Mhm.
just I don't expect anything else from him. They're all good. You know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that one.
Glamour of wearing diamonds.
Diamonds bring
Status.
elegance and prestige. Their brilliance makes